Oh. Hey y'all, today I am making an elderberry tincture. So we always do syrup. I usually can it and all that good stuff, and we usually do, like 4 to 8 pints at a time. But this time I want to try something a little bit different, and I want to make a tincture out of it. So we've got our dried elderberries from Star West Botanicals. That's where I always get my elderberries until we finally grow our own. But right now we don't have that. And you're gonna need 80 proof alcohol. So this is 40%, so you double it, it makes it 80 proof vodka. And a jar. So I got this half gallon I'm gonna use because I'm not sure how much this is gonna do and I don't wanna run out of space. But it's super simple. So we're gonna pour our elderberries in, and then we're gonna pour our vodka over top, make sure everything's covered, and we'll go from there. There you go. So they're all covered with vodka. You just want to make sure of that. And then we're going to put just a canning lid, like the lid that came with the jar. We're going to put that on it, and we're going to let it set for 6 weeks in the dark, in a cool, dark place. So we'll probably put it in one of our cabinets. And then once it's done, you strain it off. You store it in an airtight jar, like a kombucha bottle, or one of those amber bottles, the tincture ones, anything like that. And then I'm excited about this, because we've never done it in this form, but if we like it, and if it works really well, then we might sell it in our Etsy store. So that would be kind of cool, but it's easy. So until then, you can make it yourself. I got those off Amazon, like I said, Star West Botanicals, and it's just a super simple thing to keep you healthy through the winter. Obviously, elderberry is not for everyone. Always consult your doctor, but we love elderberry. For all of the immune boosting things, keeping the flu away, keeping viruses away, and it's really cool.
Because I know some will ask, elderberry is a bush. It's how do you say the word? It's not an annual. It's a perennial. I can never get the word right. You can grow them in almost every zone. We can definitely do it here. We're going to be ordering some, and it's great for immune systems, like she said. So there's where it is. It's the berry itself that comes from the bush.
All right, before we move on to something else, I had an idea. I'm gonna put a brown paper bag over that so it stays dark.
Nice, and we'll just put it in the basement.
Yeah.
That's a smart idea. Look at you. We're also making some more calendula salve, so that will be in an Etsy store near you in a couple days. So calendula salve, we get a lot of questions on what that's good for. Basically everything. For your normals, diaper rash, any kind of rash or soreness that you have.
Skin issues, eczema, dry skin.
It's great this time of year.
Like cracked feet or soles of your feet.
Right, and so in the winter, I'm never sick, but it's like I get like the slightest runny nose. And like how the side of your nose gets a little raw from just like blowing and it's cold. It's awesome for like stuff like that.
Also chapstick.
Yes, chapstick. And you just rub it all over your body.
Its shining star purpose is for burns.
Yes, that's where I was going to get to, is the burns. It's amazing how well it does for burns. I burned all 3 of my fingers, these, you can't even tell anymore, on the stove, like got severe burns. I put that salve on immediately. I never had one pain. I mean, these things blistered up like crazy, did its own process, but not a single ounce of pain, all because of the calendula salve.
It also helps with scarring too, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, scarring. So calendula salve, all it is the calendula flowers. We put it in olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, let it sit for a long time, and then once it's finally infused, we take the juices, discard the flowers, mix with beeswax, and then we get salve.
Yep.
Super simple. What's next?
Well, I just figured while we were in the storing cabinet, we would check out our scoby. Look at her. She was at the top, and I flipped her over, just checking her out, and then she floated to the bottom. But that's okay. That's perfectly normal. It can be at top or bottom, but that baby is growing great. So once she's a little bit thicker, we're going to be able to start making kombucha again, and I cannot wait for that. While we're talking about that, what is kombucha?
And what is a scoby?
Scoby. Kombucha, you can find it at like Kroger or health food stores. I think Walmart's even started carrying it. Store-bought, it's a gut-friendly fermented drink.
And it's great it really does good.
It really does help your gut health. It's basically like fermented cabbage. You know, you're making sauerkraut or kimchi, stuff like that. It's just really, really good for you. So yeah, you can buy it or you can grow your own scoby, which I showed in the other video, and you can do your own kombucha at home, which is super simple.
So the scoby is like the mother in apple cider vinegar. Like, right? That's the way to look at it. So you have to have the scoby to be able to make kombucha. It's the mother of kombucha. Because we had a lot of questions in the last video, like, do I just like slice the scoby on a grill and eat it, or like what do I do?
You can.
Yeah, you absolutely can. But its purpose is to be the mother that ferments for the kombucha.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a major show and tell day.
Last thing.
But you all asked for like what all health things that we do, and this is like some of those components. Go ahead.
So this is our fire cider. That was our first one. It's already been strained, and we take it every day. Zach loves it.
Love
I hate it, but I take it because it's good for me. It's immune boosting, just like elderberry, but it's not as involved, I guess. And you don't have to grow it. You can grow your ingredients, or you can just buy them at the store and make your own.
Yeah.
And this is our second batch, which we're gonna leave set for about a week more because we have a dual purpose that we're gonna do that some of our friends taught us.
Well, first off, when we strained this one, we was like, you know what, because we usually just give it to the animals. Because, I mean, it's good for them, too, to have that. Apple cider vinegar and animals and all that good stuff is just huge for that, including the fruit that's on there. So we started eating, like, some of the jalapenos that were in there. Like, this is really good.
Yeah.
So then...
Yeah, so our friends, they have a YouTube channel. Their name is Granted Gardens. It's Melissa and Tyler, and she has gotten to be one of my really good friends. And we were talking about fire cider, and it got brought up. She said, my husband makes hot sauce out of our discarded fire cider ingredients.
And we love some hot sauce.
Yeah. And
I love fire cider.
So they're fermented. So how you make hot sauce is fermented peppers. I don't know why that thought never crossed our mind. It never clicked. But we're going to let it, we usually let ours sit, 3-4 weeks? Mm-hmm. We're going to let this one sit for 6 weeks, which is in about a week. And then we're going to take our ingredients and we're going to blend them up. It's a whole process. We'll show you
Tyler taught us how to do it.
But it's easy.
Yeah.
And we're going to make hot sauce.
It's exciting. So go check out Granite Gardens. He might have already done a video. I don't know.
He might have. I don't know.
If not, he probably will. But yeah, y'all go check them out. And we're going to try this recipe as well. But this is so good. And you know what time it is? Time to take our daily dose of fire on film for Jen. All right, get your cat grill.
Just give me one little one.
And so if you can see me or hear me, it's about a shot, like a shot glass worth is what you take of it. So give it a shake, get the turmeric and all that stuff, put it back in.
It's so strong, but it's good.
It's so good.
I take a tiny little bit.
Yeah, she gets much less. I love the bitterness.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There is zero sweetness. It's very, very bitter, but I like tart and bitter.
And a little hot.
And yeah, and a little spice to it. I love that over sweet.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I enjoy it so much. But it definitely is a jaw jerker.
I was gonna say it's not only immune boosting, it's really, really good for like heartburn or indigestion.
Oh yes, remember?
Yeah.
I used to take a tummy pill. Mm-hmm. That was like when I turned 30. I started
taking. We call it a tummy pill. It's like omeprazole.
Yeah, whatever it is. When you have like heartburn like often, I would take that like in the day to just calm that down. Since I take this now, I don't have that issue anymore, and I don't have to take that pill anymore, which is always a win for me. Yeah. To reduce that. So
if you ever have heartburn, just run and get you a shot of fire cider.
Yeah, it immediately takes it away because your jaw's locked. Cheers.
Already locking up.
It burns so good.
Woo! Hot dog.
So good, y'all.
That gives me a tick.
You gonna make it?
That reminds me of on Dumb and Dumber when he drinks the bottle of pee and he like starts singing. That's what fire cider reminds me too.
Hilarious. What you making good looking?
Asian stir fry.
Asian stir fry. 1 pot?
1 pot. And we put our turkey in from our turkeys that we had last year. And it's healthy because it's got liquid aminos and vegetables and our own broth from our turkeys. So it's gonna be good.
Little farm to table stuff here, huh? And so sticking with the kind of the whole farm to table table home remedy stuff that we got going on in this video that was not intentional, but it just ran that way.
That's what we did today.
Yeah, it was today's video. Today's life. The one thing that was kind of missing was comfrey.
Yeah.
And so it's, we're seasonal. Some of the stuff we do purchase, like elderberries, until we can get that here. But most of the stuff is all grown on our farm.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that you saw were from our previous home that we brought here.
Yeah.
Right, and but that's great to have on hand. It was a pain to pack. I mean, a major pain. But we're so happy we did, because now we can still eat homegrown, fresh, 100% organic stuff right here at our new home without a garden outside.
And not everything made it, like the scobies, but that's okay. We're starting over, and it's fine.
Yeah, they're easy to start. So yeah, the comfrey, we did take a cutting. It's kind of in its dormant mode because it's in winter, but we just stuck it in the greenhouse.
Yay!
So hopefully we can get a kickstart on that. We can start bringing comfrey salve back into the mix because that is great for arthritis, achy joints, pains, and just like muscle cramps. Think of like icy hot, I would almost say, when you would use comfrey. So that's amazing stuff, and it should be going probably in the next couple months. It'll kick back up. But we went to challenge y'all.
So you saw a whole lot of our show and tell today, but we want to see y'all's. I mean, you know, these are normal things that we do that have just become a habit and traditions, really, like the fire cider, elderberry, scobies, kombucha, stuff like that. Sauerkraut's another one that is huge that we do. But we have the Stop Trap group on Facebook, and it should be linked below in the description.
It will. If not, I'll bring it like to the top so it's easy to
And it's our favorite spot because it's community and we get to talk to each other. Like, we can't always share pictures back and forth on YouTube and that kind of stuff. So if you haven't already, join our Stop Trap because we're one huge family, and we talk back and forth, we share ideas, we share animals, garden, all that fun stuff. And it's just a really cool place to be.
Yeah, because we always, like she said, we have our routine stuff, but we always want to try new things. And we know you all do too.
Yeah.
And this is for non-farmers, non-homesteaders, experienced homesteaders, experienced farmers, everywhere in between. This group fits for you because it's a whole mix of people. You don't have to have a farm to still have home remedies.
Right.
You can get it, like she said, the elderberries off Amazon.
Or fire cider. I mean, you can do any of that. You don't have to have a farm or a garden.
We challenge you to start one.
Right.
But you can do stuff in your home in the winter that is very fresh and very much for yourself and your health, and then eating fresh. So yes, we showed and tell. It's your turn to show and tell. Show us some of the stuff that you all do at your home and the Stop Trap group. And if you haven't started, we challenge you to start something.
Yeah. Start
one thing. Maybe it's just fire cider. If you haven't done it, take the plunge, go for it. We promise you will not mess up.
That's right.
All right, y'all, if you haven't subscribed down below, I am messing up all my words tonight. If you have not subscribed below, please do so now.
We love y'all.
Until the next one. Bye. Oops. The Calendula's done. Yeah. It'll be linked below if you want to get it.
In the Etsy store.
In the Etsy store.
60-ish, so it'll go quick.
Real
so
fast.
If you've been waiting on it and you're interested, jump over there and get it, and hopefully there's still something left.
Yeah, we're going to post them live as soon as we post this video live.
That way, y'all have a chance.
Yep, early bird gets the worm.